afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to the Done Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out why the two of you met. This is going to be a love reading. You're going to find out why you guys met in this incarnation or this lifetime and what lessons you have to teach each other and maybe what you're going to learn together. We'll just see what comes up. And if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, and focus your energy in on piles number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be a message in each pile for you. But without delaying this any further, let's go ahead and give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, let's go ahead and figure out why you guys met and what lessons you have to teach each other. And as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to start with the tarot cards and get additional guidance from our oracle cards. Okay, so my thought is that one of these cards is going to represent you and the other card is going to represent them, or the person you're asking about, your significant other, or your ex, or whoever this love person is. Maybe this is someone you haven't met yet, but someone you're trying to manifest. We will just go ahead and see what comes up. So one of these cards is going to represent you, one of them is going to represent the other person, and my thought was that this card on the left was going to represent you and this was going to represent them, but for some reason this may be backwards. This card may feel more like you. So we're just going to go ahead and see what comes up. You can resonate with which of these two cards feels more like you, and the other one will represent the other person. So with this Page of Emotion or Page of Cups, this is that fun, loving, unexpected, just excited about life type of person. And if this is you, you have the ability to emotionally affect other people, and you also get other people's emotions. So you are an empath, and you are someone who is very inspirational to other people. They just see you as this happy, just really in tune with your emotions kind of person, and even on the verge of vulnerable at times. And people actually really look up to you because of that vulnerability factor, because I always like to say that vulnerability is actually a superpower, because it takes a lot of guts to really put yourself out there and show how you really feel and how you are on the inside. It's much easier to close yourself off and build walls and really not show people things. So that vulnerability is going to be a superpower in the relationship that you build with this person. So the other card, the other person, or if sounds more like you, this is the Ten of Pentacles, or the Ten of Materials in the Muse Tarot deck. But this is just feeling like, all these people are circled together holding hands and everything. That just, I hear like big happy family. So this person, or if this is you, may come from a really big family. And if it's not your immediate family, you could have like a lot of cousins. Maybe your grandparents had a lot of children, or you just have a lot of people who feel like family around you. It just feels very familiar in a family kind of way, like everybody's really jiving and getting along. And for many of you, that could be a nice friend group, and that might even be how you met, because I know we're asking why you met, but that could be how you met, through a group of friends. And with this Ten of Pentacles, this person, if this is the other person, they feel like the glue that kind of holds the group together, or I'm hearing life of the party, just the one that really makes everything stable and secure. So maybe this is the person everyone goes to with their problems, or when they know they need a helping hand, they go to this person because they know this person's going to be there to help them. And this person is very abundant and they welcome abundance into their life. So whether this is you or the other person, it feels to me like through showing your emotions and your vulnerability and being that fun, inspirational, exciting person, you're going to be building a lot of material wealth together as a couple. By showing that more vulnerable side, really getting together, having the family dynamic and the friend group dynamic, and just really having a feel-good, fun time is going to help raise both of your vibrations and help you guys manifest the abundance into your life that maybe you both grew up lacking, or one or the other of you grew up lacking. And I'm really being drawn to this like cave here that looks like it's kind of hiding under her tentacles here, which sounds totally funny that I said she has tentacles, but I'm feeling like this is some sort of secret garden or secret place within your own psyche or your own soul or higher self that you or the other person goes to get solace from this crazy chaotic world. So maybe meditation or tapping into that other part of your guys' selves is going to be a big part of your relationship. Maybe this is going to be a very spiritually based relationship. Maybe that's how you are going to meet this person or have met this person, is through some sort of spiritual group, organization, or gathering of some sort. So I think that's all I'm seeing from the tarot. Let's go ahead and dive into your oracle cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this middle card here. This is 1 plus 2, so that's 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3s are that creative number, that holy trinity. So I am feeling, back to the spiritually based stuff. 3s remind me of, the holy trinity or something like that, where you guys are really connecting to each other to connect to a higher realm. And a change in the wind. So the two of you may change what I'm hearing is not changing yourself to try to fit the mold of what this person wants you to be, but I'm hearing that both of you want to change yourselves to become better people so that you can, it's like you guys are both helping each other level up. I'm not sure if I'm articulating that correctly, but that's what I'm seeing. It's like a change in the wind. So if either of you grew up in poverty or kind of living paycheck to paycheck, or even as an adult, if you're an adult, have kind of lived paycheck to paycheck, it just feels like when you two combine energies and auras, it's like a change is going to come to where that abundance is going to start flowing in for you guys. And if you've drawn this pile and you're already together and you're like, well, we're not that abundant, just you wait, because the more you can get into that joyous, high vibrational state, the more abundant you guys are going to become. And then here we have the new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. So one or the other of you may just kind of grew up needing that emotional support and really not getting it. And I feel like it's whoever this card is representing, whether that's you or the other person. But this person feels like they maybe didn't grow up with that emotional connection to their mother, or just that motherly energy, because we do have that child wounded card here. And I know it is on this side of the deck, or the pile here, but I am really correlating it with this person and their energy. And it says here for the light attributes, awakens compassion and desire to serve others, wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. The shadow attributes are blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. So this could be you or the other person, whoever this is representing, tapping into that more vulnerable side to be able to transmute and overcome the childhood traumas that you or this person suffered. And that will help you open the path to forgiveness. So forgiveness will become something that's second nature to you. If it hasn't already, it's going to be. And that might sound crazy for some people, where forgiveness is not an easy thing. So if it's not easy for you, just know that it will soon become more natural to you to be able to forgive. And especially this bring love into the situation. Maybe you weren't shown that emotional support as a child, but you want to bring that love with this change in the wind. You want to bring that kind of love into this romantic union here. So then we have it's time to take action with this new moon in Aries card. And one thing I'm going to point out too is one of you could be an Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, prominent placements in Aquarius. One of you could be Aries, sun, moon, rising, prominent placements in Aries. And that's really standing out to me. But what I'm really thinking with this take action card, a change in the wind, time to take action. It feels to me like when the two of you get together, it's going to ignite this spark that's going to create something new. It's like you're bringing two candles together to make a bigger flame is really what I'm seeing. And you guys are both just going to feel like it's really time to get down to business for why you incarnated. And then I'm really being drawn down here to awakening ancient wisdom. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me. And that's what this is really reminding me of, this kind of secret garden or secret portal into someone's self. That's that ancient wisdom, that higher self, that Akashic records that is within each of us. And you guys, when you get together, are going to start learning how to tap into that even more. Even if one of you is more spiritual than the other, it's kind of like just being in the relationship with each other is going to kind of be the catalyst for change in the wind, to bring on a more spiritually based lifestyle and relationship as well, because I don't see you guys being as just a physical relationship and an emotional relationship. I also see this being, if not now, eventually a very spiritually based a relationship. So then with this Destroyer card, it says releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. That's that change in the wind I'm feeling here. But the shadow attributes are intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So because this one I correlated here, this one I'm correlating here. So what I'm seeing is that in this person's past, whoever this is, you or the other person, they kind of had a hard time just letting other people succeed. Maybe if they weren't succeeding, they just wanted to bring other people down. But I'm seeing as you guys get into this relationship, you're gonna both evolve past that, whichever one of you is having that kind of behavior in the past. And because this word intoxication is really standing out to me, that could become overcoming some sort of alcohol or drug abuse as well. And that might even go back to childhood, where one or the other of you grew up in alcoholic or drug homes. And you guys are just moving on past that and creating something new. If you do decide to start a family or already have, you guys both agree that you want something better for your children than what you had. And then with this expecting miracles card, it says miracles are blossoming in my life. You guys are bringing miracles into each other's lives. That's what you're here to teach each other, is that you can take all the old stuff that has gone down with this wounded childhood that you may have had and really transmute it into something beautiful and learn to forgive, bring love into the situation, because the more you can get in that high vibe state, especially together, if you guys can be doing a lot of fun things together and laughing and joking around and just having a good time together, you're gonna bring that abundance and manifestation to your life. It's just no way around it. And you're gonna both help to deepen each other's spiritual paths as well, because I do feel like you guys do have past life stuff that's coming in from many lifetimes. I don't feel like you guys just have known each other just kind of in a couple lifetimes. This is like lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and I don't feel like you guys were always just love partners in past lifetimes. You may have been friends, you may have been parent children, you may have been one of you was a grandparent, one of you was the grandchild, something like that. But I feel like learning to become a love partnership is maybe a newer dynamic in some of the lifetimes that you've had, so that's kind of what you're playing out this lifetime, maybe a couple past lifetimes, and then maybe future lifetimes. And time is an illusion, so take that as you will. But I think that's all I'm seeing for you, and I really do hope this resonated and that you got something from it. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, let's go ahead and figure out why the two of you met and what lessons you're learning or teaching each other in this life together, and just whatever other messages want to come up. And as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with the tarot cards and get additional guidance from our oracle cards. Okay, so this one I'm going to go ahead and turn because the wording is this way. So my thought with these two tarot cards was one of them was going to represent you, and then one of them was going to represent the other person. And it might be flip-flopped, so you're going to have to be, as the person watching this, figuring out which of these two cards is going to be representing you, and then the other one will be representing the person that you are asking about or that you are in this love relationship with. And yeah, this is a love reading, so if you're asking about your parent relationship or whatever, this is not probably going to be the reading for you, but this is going to be perfect for you if you are asking about someone you're with, or an ex, or even someone who hasn't come in yet. So let's go ahead and start with this person's energy, and this is the Muse of Inspiration here in this Muse Tarot deck, but this is the King of Wands in your traditional tarot. And basically what this is saying for me is that this person here is a leader. They are the more confident one of the bunch here, and they're just that inspirational teacher energy. They are that boss or that boss babe, whichever, and they are just the person who's going to go ahead and take control of the situation. And I don't feel it's in a very controlling way. It's just in a, well, that's my role as leader. I'm going to take on that. I'm feeling more masculine energy with this fire. I mean, this is a king energy, but that could also be representing the female or the more feminine person in the relationship. It doesn't really matter. But this is just that person who I'm hearing wears the pants in the relationship and is just kind of the more dominant one. And I don't mean it as this person controls the other person and is domineering. I don't mean it like that. It's just the more natural role for this person to take responsibility for your guys' relationship or the family that you are going to possibly create or have created. And this person is just not afraid to take the lead. It's just a very natural role for them to take. And I'm feeling the Six of Materials or Six of Pentacles, you as, or the other person as this role, is feeling like that's just totally natural to let this person be the one kind of in the lead. And this person is very skilled and very passionate and very action oriented. They get things done, and I just heard a very passionate lover as well. So then with this Six of Materials or Six of Pentacles card, this could be representing you or the other person, whichever one resonates for you. That's your role in this situation. But this is feeling like money is just flowing in, but I don't feel like it's always been that way. I feel like whoever this person is, you or the other person, may have grown up in poverty or kind of living paycheck to paycheck, and as an adult maybe you still have struggled, or even at this point still struggle to make abundance and financial security in your life. But this is saying that this is not going to be the case forever. You're finally going to release those limiting beliefs about money and abundance and what it is that you can accomplish and what it is that you can have. And you're going to overcome that and finally create that abundance in your life and have all this new wealth and abundance coming in and this good luck. And one word of caution with this card though is just make sure you're not overspending or being too generous with your money, because I do feel like you're the kind of person who, if you find a 20 in an old coat or something, like you're not just gonna, put it in your wallet and just go on with your day. You're gonna be like, what can I get? Or what can I buy my partner? Or I'm gonna go get a coffee. Like it's like almost burning a hole in your pocket at times. If this is you, this could be the other person, whichever one resonates. But this person just has this exciting energy where money's concerned, that they have all these dreams and ideas of what they want to do, but being able to save money is going to be very important for your relationship. And I think this person's going to help balance you out, or you're balancing this other one out with this overspending or just need to spend money because it's fun. And I also see with this card that you may, like I was saying in the past, may have been more financially dependent on others. And what I am feeling too is this card may be financially dependent on this other person for a while, or I'm seeing like this person may be a stay-at-home mom or make the lower amount of money in the situation, but this person doesn't see you as some sort of burden, or you don't see this person as a burden. You just see that as this is the role, because this person feels like the breadwinner, the one that wants to make sure everyone's taken care of, so they don't really care how much of this one's making, if that makes any sense. So I'm just feeling like once this person can overcome those limiting beliefs about money, that's when it's really going to start rolling in for them. And because both of these cards have mirror images of what's going on in the picture, I feel very twin flame vibes with you guys. So you two may be twin flames. So keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one back so we can fit all our cards. And let's go ahead and get some additional guidance from your oracle cards. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking of this card as kind of the funneling down of what your two energies are creating in this relationship. And we have Yang, which is that very masculine energy. And this number 1 here is telling me that this is going to be a new beginning for both of you. So maybe things that were holding you back in the past, each of you, are going to be transmuted into something that's going to bring you guys abundance, like I was kind of explaining up here. And you're going to be both operating in a more masculine way, which means like divine masculine means more action-based, getting yourself out there, putting yourself out there, getting things done, because the yin energy is more contemplative and introspective and introverted, and just lets ideas kind of simmer or incubate in the womb. but this yang likes to get out and get things done. So that could be what you guys are learning together, is to just, whatever ideas you have, to get them out there and get them going and get things done with them. But then here with this what do you need to release card with this waning moon, I feel like you guys are going to be teaching each other the past doesn't have to be drug into your present and future. So if you guys, I feel like maybe one or both of you have had some really rough goes in past relationships. Lots of cheating, lots of maybe abuse or violence or drug addictions or alcoholisms with partners. So this could be your person you're asking about has had these issues, or you have, or both of you had, but it feels like even childhood stuff. And you guys could have just been brought together to help transmute that into something that you can create something completely new with. And I'm really being drawn to this one. It says a fiery climax approaches with the full moon in Aries. So Aries is a very masculine and wand energy. Those fire signs would be Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So one or the other of you could be those signs, and then the other one of you is more earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But of course you could also have sun, moon, or rising in any of those signs and prominent placements within those, but you could also have the air elements and the water signs as well. So, whatever resonates for you. That was just kind of standing out to me for a moment. But a fiery climax approaches, it really brings me back to this big fireball that this yang energy is creating. And I don't know if one or the other or both of you are healers, but that's just what I'm hearing in my head about. You want to create healing energy on the planet, with people, with yourselves. You just want to make this world better. And a fiery climax approaches, to me, this feels like a good climax. This doesn't feel like something that's going to be like, the climax of a big epic story where everything goes crazy. This feels like something exciting, and it might happen during the full moon in Aries, which I'm not sure when that's going to be. But again, this is a timeless reading, so you can go ahead and look up when the next full moon in Aries is going to be, or you can look to a previous full moon in Aries. Maybe you guys got together on a full moon in Aries or something like that. But you can use the moon energy to really work with your dynamics in your relationship. So then here we have embarking on an adventure. I savor the wonders of the world. So I feel with this person especially, this person wants to get out and experience the world, and they may take you to faraway lands, or if you're this person, you want to take your partner to faraway lands and just experience everything the world has to offer. And with this Breaking Barriers card, I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. And this little twig here that has the leaves, everything else is barren, but this little twig here has leaves, and they are the green is really reminding me of money. And I don't know why, but I'm just heard like money tree. So maybe you guys would benefit from owning some sort of money plant or Chinese money tree. I'm not sure of the exact word of that, but even a bamboo, a lucky bamboo, is supposed to help bring wealth or money or abundance. But I feel like with this person here, this is just saying this other person is teaching you to break barriers where your limiting beliefs about money and abundance are concerned. So then here, I feel like these two cards represent each of these very well. This priest energy is the very king of wands, or very Hierophant energy as well. I'm just really picking up fire signs. So priest energy, the light attributes are facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. And I'm really thinking Sagittarius with this priest and this king of wands here, and embarking on adventure. Long distance travel and philosophy and religion and all of that is found in that 9th house, or the natural house of Sagittarius. So this person just feels very Sagittarius to me. It's crazy how this all lines up. I just absolutely love that. But the shadow attributes are violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So this person at times, whether this is you or the other person, may get a bit of a big head about who they are and what they're doing with the world, but I'm feeling like this other person is going to help balance them out, because twin flames are that mirror reflection and help to here to balance each other out. And funnel this energy into something you can both create together. But then with this Martyr card, it feels to me like this is representing this person. So the light attribute is learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. The shadow attribute is that addiction to self-pity. So I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand with breaking barriers, self-limiting beliefs about money, self-limiting beliefs about you and not being good enough, whether for the job you have or the job you want, or to be in the relationship with this person and feel like you are enough for them may be a thing too. But I feel like this does go back to childhood, but you two are together going to learn to release what's not serving you and break barriers of those limiting belief systems you've both had. And by doing that, you guys are going to funnel that energy into something really beautiful and have a lot of beautiful adventures to go on together. And I just see you guys like two old people just flipping through all these photo albums of all the places you've gone and just reminiscing about what has transpired in your lives, and it all feels very fun and adventurous and just really good. But of course, that's not to say that there won't be hard times, because when we have to overcome limiting beliefs or we have to release something that's not serving us, that can be really hard because it is familiar and it's just, we know kind of how it feels, and change can be hard, but change, those new beginnings you guys have together, you're here to both create something different than both of you experienced on your own. So I really hope that makes sense, and you will have to let me know below if this resonated and what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's go ahead and figure out why the two of you met and what lessons you have to teach each other or what you have to learn from this relationship. And as I said in the intro, this is going to be about a love situation. This isn't going to be a relationship with your parent or your child dynamic. This is about a love interest, whether that's an ex or a current love interest or one you're hoping to manifest in the future. And as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with our tarot cards and get additional guidance from our oracle cards. Okay, and my line of thinking was that one of these cards was going to represent one of the two of you, and then the other one was going to represent the other person. And with this Queen of Emotions, this person, whether this is you or the person you're asking about, this person is an empath through and through. This person is someone who's very in tune with their emotions and that inner world, their subconscious mind, that spirituality. It's like this person, you or the other person, whoever this one is representing, and just because it is a Queen of Cups or Queen of Emotions does not mean that it has to be the feminine person in the relationship or the one with the more feminine energy. This is just whatever information's coming through that resonates. You'll know if this is you or the person you're asking about. But this person is that very spiritually minded person that just loves to live in those higher chakras like heart and above, and just at times can be very ungrounded. So I'm feeling like this Five of Voices or this Five of Swords person here is the one that's like the voice of reason, that logical and more grounded in reality type of person. But what is funny is these two are that mirror image, so I am feeling some twin flame vibes. It's almost like opposites attract with the two of you, and we did have twin flames in the previous pile as well. So I don't know if you and the person you're asking about are both watching this video, and maybe each of you, one of you selected pile 2, one of you selected this pile, I don't know. But it's just I feel very mirror image or very opposites attract with this group. But with this Queen of Cups or Queen of Emotions here, I feel like meditation is very important to this person. And again, that Queen of Cups is very intuitive and even that motherly energy. So if you are wanting to have children, it feels like that is a possibility in this relationship. If you don't already, that is a very big possibility. So with this Five of Voices or Five of Swords energy, this person is the strong one, and I almost just heard like strong silent type, but this person can get angry and a little bit fed up, and at times they're just not afraid to speak their mind, and sometimes they may even regret some of the words or actions that they took because they, swords are that air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this person could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but they sometimes, especially if they are a Gemini, they may speak without thinking, and then later they're thinking about it and they're like, gosh, I should not have said that. I should not have done that. Oh, I feel so bad. And at times I do feel like they don't maybe voice that they feel bad, but they just kind of almost expect that you, or if you are this person, you almost expect that the other person should just know that you feel bad. So this person would care to work on their communication just a bit, because I feel like the way that this person communicates may at times be a bit abrasive. And with this Queen of Emotions, this empath, this really sensitive soul over here, this person, you or the other, whoever this is representing, may at times feel a little hurt by the way this one is kind of abrasive or abrupt with the way they say things or do things. At times I feel like this person can get really caught up in the small things and the petty details of things that they don't realize, this really doesn't mean anything. I don't know why I'm wasting so much energy on that. But this person is going to help them realize that, hey, is that really that important? The guy at work that, was rude to you, is that really important to dwell on the rest of the night? This person's good at kind of letting that person vent, but then they kind of help them transmute it so they don't have to sit and dwell on it the rest of the night, the rest of the week. They can move on with their life and things just look better after that. So yes, I am just feeling, I didn't mention too with the Queen of Cups or Queen of Emotions that this person may be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or prominent placements in that house, and especially Venus, because we are doing a love reading. So you may have Venus in a water sign, the Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, and this person may have Venus in an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But we'll just see what else comes up with our oracle cards. Okay, so this card here is what I was kind of saying as the two of your energies come together and we kind of funnel it down into what this card here is. And this is the yin energy. And this is hilarious how I was saying maybe the other person you're asking about chose group 2 and you chose group 3, because the other group got number 1, which was the yang energy, which is the more masculine energy. You guys got the yin energy, which is the more feminine energy, and the 2s, the partnership card. So where group 2 was focusing in on taking action in the direction they want to go and putting themselves out there, the 2 of you could really benefit from going within, letting ideas simmer or incubate in that womb of that feminine energy, and just really getting more in tune with that more spiritual side, and staying home and being cozy and really getting to know each other. Which is funny too, because if your other person you're asking about chose group 2, this could be balancing out and knowing when to balance out, when to put yourself out there and when to stay home. So, but if this is just you watching this and the other person isn't involved, this is just saying your relationship is just saying to funnel your energy inwards. And this to me says you guys are creating a more spiritually based love relationship, not your standard sexual attraction, pay bills, be married kind of relationship. This feels more like a sacred union, or something more based in a spiritual sense, or using meditation together, or going to church together, or doing tantra together, stuff where you are combining your love relationship with spirituality. So whatever that means to you, that'll be different for everybody. And if you are someone who is the more spiritual one of the 2 of you, and the other one doesn't seem very, because the 5 of Swords doesn't seem that spiritual, but you are teaching them to be more spiritual, and they are teaching you to be more grounded, and maybe even to speak up for yourself. Because I do feel like, and again, if you're this one and the other person's this one, just take it how it resonates. But this person is balancing this person out, this person is balancing this person out. It's very beautiful, the interplay of this group. I love this. So then we have the prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. So when the 2 of you finally get together, if you're not already together, when you finally do get together, you're going to start seeing some really prosperous, beautiful things happen in your life. And then with this Taurus energy, it feels like it's, with Taurus, I feel like slow and steady. You know, the bull doesn't, you know, rush up and get all up in someone's face unless someone attacks them or is, you know, in their vicinity. This bull is kind of slow and steady and slowly builds, you know, their weight or their prosperity over time. And then with this South Node here, it says don't let your past hold you back. And I do feel like this person is the one that maybe had the rougher past, the rougher childhood, and because you guys both got this South Node card here, I'm feeling like you guys have had many past lives together, and this is kind of calling for you guys to, in this life, not letting that past hold you back. So the burdens you've gone through in past lives, karmas you're repaying in past lives and even in this life, don't let that hold you back. Pay those karmas, do those things, and keep moving forward and creating something new and beautiful, because you have this starting fresh card. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. And it's funny because this is a yin yang sign as well. You guys have yin here, and that's that more feminine, just blossoming. And new beginnings were kind of a theme of the last group, but with this number 2, it's like you two are coming together in union to create something new together, that fresh start. So maybe the two of you have both had some questionable relationships in the past, or just total wrong fits, or maybe one of you, I'm feeling this one maybe more had less relationships and this one had a lot of kind of one night stands or just more chaotic relationships. This person may have had 1 or 2 close relationships that ended either good or bad. I'm kind of picking up both so take what resonates for you. But with this starting fresh, with the not letting your past hold you back, I'm really now being drawn to mending bridges. I heal rifts, I am a mender. So not letting past relationship dynamics hold the two of you back. Not letting your past, your childhood, the way you grew up, your parents hold you back, because prosperity is lying ahead when you can put your energy into something new. You know, this bowl is reminding me of a womb. You're both contributing things to this womb to create something, whether that is an actual child or just new beginnings in your life of prosperity. Prosperity lies ahead for you guys when you can stop letting the past hold you back. And that even could look like self-limiting belief systems, much like the group before. But with this mending bridges, it's like I'm getting twin flame vibes as well from this couple here. Healing rifts, and I do feel like that is healing rifts within your own relationship, because whereas in the past maybe one or the other of you would have just let this thing escalate, this small thing escalate to where now you're breaking up and you're done with that person. You're like cutting them off and you're done. And I'm also being called, you know, this mender is that healer energy, and, you know, the Queen of Cups is that healer energy as well. So this person is a healer, and the light attributes are passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing, and just mending, transformation. Mending is a transformation. It's taking something that's old and broken and making it new again with a fresh start. All of these just play so beautifully together. I absolutely love this. So then with that shadow attributes of the healer, it says taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. And what I'm really picking up is I don't feel like this empath is ever going to purposely try to hurt someone unless they are really hurting. But this person will, you know, fail to care for themselves. They put everyone before them, and at times they let their own self-care, their own emotional care go by the wayside, and even let people kind of walk all over them. So whether this is you or the other person, you guys are going to learn from this person to not take any ish from anyone, and don't let people walk all over you. This person's going to help you grow a backbone, or you're going to help them grow a backbone, whoever is this person. And then with the Saboteur card, this is this 5 of Swords energy person here. The light attribute highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring into your life. The shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. And that's kind of what we were getting into about this person just kind of like will say something sometimes or do something that they later regret. And that's the destructive side of this, where they may even have hurt themselves. I just see someone cutting or ingesting alcohol or drugs to try to numb the pain of their past or past relationships that didn't work out, something like that. But they are, when they get with this person, going to be more self-empowered and realize they have the power within them and they've had it the whole time. It's going to bring a lot of changes to their life because they're no longer going to be letting this past hold them back. And that means as a couple, you guys will both thrive very, very well. So I'm thinking that's all that's really jumping out at me. So you guys will have to let me know below what you thought and if this resonated. This was a really cool group and quite unique as well. So you'll have to let me know below what you thought and which one of these two cards you were. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 4, let's go ahead and figure out why the two of you met, what lessons you're teaching each other, what you have to learn in this union, and what else other information needs to come through. And as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and get additional guidance from your oracle cards. Okay, so my line of thinking on these two cards was one of these cards was going to represent you and then one was going to represent the other person. So whichever one of these two scenarios of these cards fits you, that's going to be the representation of you, and then the other one will represent the other person. So it might take you a second to get grounded in this reading, and I hope this will resonate for you. So with this page of inspiration, this is the Page of Wands, and this person is always full of new ideas, and this person has some rainbow colored hair here and doing the splits. They've got a black cat or two hanging out. Like, they're not afraid to do their own thing. They are just like experimenting with things, and I'm just seeing like they want to start all these new ideas, or they just get so many new ideas that they just want to do them all at the same time. And at times that can be good, but at other times that can just really drain your energy or the other person's energy, because you're just expending all your energy on stuff that's not really becoming anything, because you're working on something and then you get another new idea, so you abandon that and then you go to the next. Or if this is not you, this is the other person, where you've got all these unfinished projects is what I'm seeing. And it's like you love to start things, but it's really hard for you, or if this is the other person, to complete things. And that's okay at times though, because a lot of times the biggest key word I'm getting from this is just experimental. Like, this person experiments with a lot of different looks, a lot of different jobs or careers, maybe even places to live, or living abroad for a while. Like, they just want to experience it all, and at times they want to experience it all at the same time, and that's just not possible. So I'm feeling this Chariot person is going to be the one to bring them down to reality, to just say, hey, pick 3 things that you really want to do and do those things, and then when those things are done, start something new. It's this kind of grounding energy that this Chariot is going to bring in for this Page of Wands person. And I'm feeling like that when this person comes into your life, you're eventually going to find something that really clicks for you. And as far as like a career goes, you guys may have been, or if this is the other person, may have been someone who just was in a career or a job for like 2 months and then you got super bored with it, or it just wasn't the right fit, so you're on the hunt for something new, then on the hunt for something new, then on the hunt for something new. But I feel like once you meet this person or once you get together, eventually you will kind of settle into something that really resonates, even and especially if it's something creative that you can easily change it up when you start to feel bored, this sense of boredom. You can easily change up your look, you can easily change up your branding a little bit, or maybe the products that you offer if you have your own business, or if this is the other person, if they have their own business. So then with this Chariot energy, this person is just ready to get ish done. This person is not afraid to put in that elbow grease, get that hard work going, and they really see things through. So this is going to be that balancing act of this person who just wants to start all these new things but never finish. This is, like I said, this Chariot is going to help ground this person to realize you start something, you should probably finish it just to see what it becomes. And this Chariot, I do feel like, is almost a muse for this page, and they just want to emanate that grounded energy that this chariot has to offer them. And then this page of inspiration, or page of wands, is going to really help this chariot get out of a rut, is what I'm feeling. Like, this person is going to inspire the chariot, and this chariot is just really wanting to fight for what they want. So they know what they want, and it's going to take those wild horses dragging them away before they, give up. They're not going to give up. They're going to go after and see something through to the end. And it might not happen overnight, and it's usually a slower energy, but it's eventually going to get done. And it's kind of like, I think it was group 3, I heard slow and steady wins the race. So all these horses, I'm thinking race horses, and this person is confident, they are powerful, they may hold a high position where they work or own their own business as well. Maybe the two of you have gone into business together. Whatever business the two of you would create feels very creative, and there's just a very victorious feeling with the two of you. Once you bring and combine your energies together, there is a sense of victory and overcoming that I'm really getting from the two of you. So let's go ahead and get some more guidance from your oracle cards. Okay, so I was kind of thinking this card would be the funnel that you bring your two energies into to combine to create this. And we have a number 14 here, which 1 + 4 is 5, and 5s are all about change. So what the two of you are going to be doing is just creating this domino effect of change within each other's lives. So once the two of you get together, it's like you both change careers, you both changed where you live. Maybe you move abroad and live overseas somewhere, or you just really shake up what's going on in each other's lives. And I don't mean it in a bad way. It feels very exciting and energetic, much like I think it was group number 2, very adventurous as well. But then here we have the don't let pride get in your way with the full moon in Leo, and you are good enough with the full moon in Virgo. So I'm feeling like either of you guys could be Virgo sun moon rising, Leo sun moon rising, and I didn't talk about the I for some reason was really picking up Taurus vibes from the chariot, and I don't think that's usually what it represents, but I was picking that up. And then also Sagittarius is really speaking to me for that. And then the page of wands, that's fire, that's Leo, Sag, or Aries coming back up. And Leo, we got it again, so there could be strong Leo with this person here. But with this card here says truth be told, and I'm feeling like the two of you are funneling your energies into revealing the inner truths about each other. It's like you guys are playing off of each other's energy and realizing that there is a new truth. You can create your own truth. Truth is not set in stone, and you guys incarnated to kind of see different sides of it yourselves. You're not just going to be your parents' child. You're not going to just be your children's parent if you decide to have children. You're not just going to be your sibling's sibling. Like, you are going to create your own label. And one or the other of you just may hate labels. Like, I don't like to label myself. I'm just a creative whatever. Like, you don't want to just put it down and label it and put it in a box, especially this page of wands here. They don't want to be labeled and put in a box anyway. And that's what they're really going to be teaching this chariot is you don't have to be conventional. You can be out of the box and really exciting. And you guys are going to be teaching each other not to let that pride get in the way with this page of wands. And then the chariot is going to be learning that they are good enough. They are good enough for this person. They are good enough for the world. They are confident on the outside, I feel, but at times they do feel like they kind of go into this melancholy state where they don't feel they're good enough, especially good enough for this page of wands. So you two are reminding each other not to let pride get in the way, and that you're both good enough for each other and for what it is that you seek. So with this emerging into grace card, it says, I open my soul to grace, and then we have revealing radiance, my light illuminates the world. And I feel like these two cards go really hand in hand, pair very beautifully together. It's like you are helping each other reveal the radiance that is within you. And as I say that, I'm really being drawn to this like pillars of light just shining right out of her, rays of light just coming right out of her, solar plexus, that confidence card, or that confidence chakra. So this person is helping this person realize they are good enough, they are radiant, and this person is teaching this person that they can emerge into grace and open their soul to grace and God's grace, the universe's grace, and just be who they are in this world unapologetically. So then we have the student card, and the light attributes of this says humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. The shadow attributes are arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge or unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. And what I'm really picking up for this page of inspiration is that this person, if this is you or the other person, you love to learn about everything. And the downside of learning about all these different things is maybe you don't put what you're learning into action, or this person doesn't put what they're learning into action. So all that knowledge just kind of bumps around up in the head and really doesn't go anywhere. And trying all these different things, it's like you are learning about one thing, so you do something with that for a little while. Then you learn about something else, do something with that for a little while. But this person's going to help you synthesize that knowledge into action, to really understand that once you learn something, you need to start using it. You can't just read about something and then expect it to help you in your life. You need to actually put those principles or what you're learning into play to create your life in the way you want. And this person's really going to be helping you. And you may even have been a student of this person, or this person may have been a student of you, or you have helped tutor them in school, or something like that is really what I'm picking up. But then we have the Mystic card. The light attribute reveals in intimate union with the divine, revels, not reveals, revels in intimate union with the divine. The shadow attributes are the delusional rapport with the divine. But this mystic, this ninth house Sagittarius, sacred knowledge is what I'm hearing. This person, I don't feel, is delusional with their rapport with the divine. They have a psychic connection. This person is very tuned in energetically and psychically to the other side and with the divine. And what they are getting with their spiritual gifts is reality. It's not their delusions or anything. So this person is helping this person open their psychic gifts, and together you are both helping each other tap more into that spiritual side with this truth be told, really getting into that inner soul, revealing what's under the surface and emerging into grace, and just learning and putting that knowledge into action is what you guys are both going to be doing and teaching and helping each other do. And once again, beating a dead horse. I hate when I say that because I don't like that expression, especially when we have horses here on the board. I am so sorry. But I just want to reiterate, don't let pride get in your way. You are good enough. That's like the two mantras I think the two of you need to know and understand, because I feel like especially this person in the past maybe had thrown away relationships because they didn't want to admit they were wrong, or they let pride get in the way. And being humble and being able to be, open your soul to grace is going to be a major life lesson for this page of inspiration. And then this Chariot person, just learning that they are deserving of love, that they are good enough as they are, is going to be a major life lesson for them. And just uncovering that radiance within is going to be major for this Chariot person. And together you're going to be telling truths about who you really are on a soul level, and kind of shedding away the ego sense of who you are, if that makes any sense. Just getting rid of any boxes you've put yourself in or any labels you've slapped on yourself is kind of the dynamic that I'm really picking up from you guys. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you, but you guys will have to let me know below if this resonated, what you thought, which one of these two cards represented you, which one represented the significant other you're talking about or hoping to meet in the future, or an ex maybe, who knows. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye.